Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Just getting things set up. Yeah, we'll start with Balloon Skies, then we'll probably do some stream clans and move things around. I called my Wi-Fi provider yesterday. Hopefully that fixes the internet issues. I haven't disconnected since yesterday, but I was like disconnecting so much last weekend, raid weekend, and yesterday, so haven't encountered issues since. Hopefully everything's fixed. But it's a Send stream. You never know. These things are known to go wrong. Let's try to get everything on. Let's get the music too. Where is this stream playlist? Stream just started. Yes. Looks like everything's good to go. And let me turn on my... Let's put on the game and then I'll turn on the screen. All right, looks like we're good to go. So I kind of figured out what the problem was yesterday. Apparently, I have like 2 networks. He says he's figured out the problem as this happens. But anyways, I figured out that I have 2 networks. And so apparently, I keep toggling between the networks, which is causing a lot of issues for me. I had the person on the customer service line reset things for me. And hopefully that works out better. And I might just go with my old setup as well. But we'll see. 1 second. Let's see if we can get things to work. Alright, we do this. We do this. I have to be careful not to like knock over cords. That's the only problem with this current setup. What's the Wi-Fi speed? The Wi-Fi speed has always been good for me. Like I think I have over 100 Mbps download and upload speeds. The problem has always just been that it's shaky and like it toggles between networks, so I lose connection here and there, which is a big problem for streaming and playing a live service game. Both of which I'm doing right now, so that always ends up killing me. Alright, I think I've already scouted the space already, so let's go in. Yeah, most routers have 2 nowadays. I didn't know that. And apparently it like automatically toggles between the 2. I never had that issue about, I don't know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. But then it's been cooking me more recently, where I've been like disconnecting in ELO matches, tournament matches. My stream has been so unstable. And so I only noticed it since recently. 2.4 and 5G. Yes, that's exactly what the technician told me. Apparently there's like a 2.4 and a 5G network. You can set it so that it only plays the 5G network. I didn't do that setting. I just let them reset my router, and if there's further issues, I will go into like the Fios Verizon app to try to get that squared away. But I don't know why they would set that automatically. My parents and my sister always said that there was no problems because they don't do anything that would require a steady connection the whole way through. So, for example, they'll watch videos on Bilibili or YouTube, and if it buffers for a couple seconds, you don't even notice that, right? But for me, if I'm live streaming and I lose connection for a second, everything collapses. So it's kind of a pain like that, but hopefully the connection isn't going to be an issue anymore. But you know what is an issue? This whole sparky pathing thing. That is a big issue. Okay, she doesn't wrap into the base, which is really good. Because otherwise, I couldn't tank for her. Ah. Whatever, good enough. The main goal is to try to get this dragon kill. We'll get a little bit of damage on the peak. Should be good. How much does it cost monthly? In India, 100 Mbps is like $9 and 1 Gbps is like $45. I actually have no idea. I pay the electricity and like the utilities bill. I don't pay the Verizon bill. So sometimes you just get what you pay for, which is crap. So, you know, let me turn down the music a little bit. I don't know if it's too loud or soft on your guys' end, but it's pretty loud on my end. Being so rich that you have no idea. No, it's not my mom pays for it. Like I could tell you my electricity bill and the water bill, utility bill. I couldn't tell you the Fios bill though. Verizon's like $50 a month. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's not that expensive. The main issue is that most people don't stream and most people don't need like a perfect connection all the time. So they don't really notice if, you know, it spaces out here and there. But yeah, now that I got the router reset, I haven't faced any connection issues in like the past day. Hopefully it stays that way. And if not, like I said, I have ways to go around it. All right, let's finish this with the Wizard Bomb. Inferno Tower is low, which is good for me. Oh, you can even zap that actually. Yeah, it should be a super simple finish, I think. We'll frost the blast bow. This is actually kind of annoying, but we just let it go and bring a pack of minions. Let's go. That sounds very cheap for USA. Yeah, it actually is pretty cheap. I think a lot of internet providers in the US have like a monopoly in certain areas, and they're required by law to not like overcharge. Same with like electricity. Although electricity bills have not been great recently because of data centers. I would know that part. That's the part I pay for. I'll have you know. Oh shit. Oh, that's really bad. You know, everything's okay. Just don't worry about it. Okay. Got the Wizard Bomb. Everything's okay. Everything's going to plan. Minions here. Alright, Golem wraps inside, as we predicted. Yeah, there's nothing to see here. We have one more barb left. Does Golem take this? Not really. The government sets up all the lines. Provider does from the telephone pole to your house. Yeah, stuff like Wi-Fi and electricity, it's a lot easier if it's a public service, but in America, we have to privatize everything. So even if the government sets up lines, there's usually a private company you have to deal with. In my case, it's Verizon. Now, I had a pretty good technician. He explained everything to me. Like, I took notes, all right? I took notes on what to do in case things don't go wrong. And so, or things don't go right. So if I need to fix up the Wi-Fi again, I know what to do. Like, I just have to get the Verizon app and, like, go into the advanced settings. Fix things up. That was, like, the first time. Oh, shoot. I have enough time, right? I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, that was like the first time in about, I don't know how long at this point, maybe 5 years that I've written something down on pen and paper. Because I do everything on my iPad, or I just type it out. So ever since high school, I never really wrote. Hello, Mr. Falcon. Moderators in the house, alright? You monkeys, you better behave now. Don Falcon, the meowing falcon, is here. What do we got here? Chinese clan. Oh no. So Chinese clans and clan capital, when you see Chinese characters, it's either really good or it's this. Before someone griefs at Balloon Skies, I'm going to take this GM. These other ones might be fine to leave. Yeah, I'll probably take GM and maybe DC afterwards. Wait, this is the OG DC base that the Secret tripled back in the day. If you remember the first Sen tournament, any OGs in here? Alright. And once again, my stupid game crashed. Let's go with... maybe we just go with our other stream settings. We'll try this one more time. About. I think I knocked my cord. Darn it. Yeah, I keep knocking my cord. I hate my life. Alright, we're back. Before I get griefed by the Balloon Skies boys. Let's first take the Goblin Mines. Now, Goblin Mines is a base that is a little bit weird. In that you can usually not get very much on the first hit and still finish. Because the goblins are the main thing that screw you over on this district. So against like a competitive Goblin Mines, which this is sort of competitive, I think this is a very old base though. If you just can get like a somewhat okay first hit, usually it works. Which is, how do we get a somewhat okay first hit? That's the part I haven't thought about. You can frost these two. Or you can go right side. Yeah, I was gonna go Sparky, but I think that's a bad idea. We're gonna go Rams, Frost, Hog Riders, couple Wizards, couple Barbs, and then we'll try to just do our best. Double Sparky. I think Double Sparky is asking for a 3-shot. And this is Balloon Sky, so we don't do that here. Alright, let's put a graveyard here. There could be some bombs. And then let's also put a graveyard. People use their graveyards to pull out the goblins. So maybe we want to try doing that. We'll put like a graveyard here maybe. And then let's use some hog riders to get the graveyards going. With rams on the right side. Alright. Barb to try to clear some goblins where the Tesla hurts. There's a lot of splash down here actually. So we can clear all this nonsense. It's not so bad. One more hog here. And then another one. We got the bomb tower, we got this bottom section. I think that's a pretty decent first hit. We also get some goblins from that last thrower. How many do we pull out here? We got all but one barrel still in the sling. And now the goblins are walking over. Yo, sup everyone, I forgot to send you a new playlist for the BG. Yeah, I can still send it over. I haven't changed anything yet. BG is the part of the stream that no one has yet complained about, so we keep it for now. But if anyone has anything better, I'm always open to change. So there's one more goblin barrel in this sling and one more in this sling. But we pulled most of the goblins. We got a lot of the splash. And I think we're good to just go with P.E.K.K.A up the middle. Frost on the hive. Bomb tower. And then two more graveyards, like one over here. And then like maybe like one over here. We'll bring 3, 4, 5, 6 or so rams. We'll have a P.E.K.K.A. We'll have a wizard. Since we've killed most of the goblins, we don't need too many wizards. Do need to be careful about this crusher though. And this should be good. There are some crushers still though. Let's go. So we'll go with a frost spell on the minion hive. We'll go some rams. Goblins will go in the frost too, which is kind of nice. Let's barb here. One graveyard here actually, now that the Tesla has popped. That makes some sense. P.E.K.K.A in, Hog Rider. We got the last goblin from the last thrower. Alright. Try to kill that crusher. Notice I'm trying to use multiple hog stuns to try to get that crusher because those rapid rockets kill the gliders. That's the point of that positioning. But other than that, once the goblins are all gone, the P.E.K.K.A usually sweeps the base. And yeah, the main problem with the goblin mines bases is just the goblins. So if you can pull out the goblins on the first hit and kill most of them, your level 5 troops usually can overpower the level 4 defenses. Sen, who's the strongest Chinese CC base builder of all time? Isn't that Yo-Yo? No question. Yo-Yo is definitely the most famous Chinese base builder. And pretty much everyone copies whatever he does. Sen, if your P.E.K.K.A turned red, would you go to the ER? What does your P.E.K.K.A turning red mean? I'm not familiar with medical science. But I would ask your doctor for advice. and then I would adjust accordingly. Let's go through the stream clans now. Hopefully there won't be too much damage at Balloon Skies while we're away. Builder's Workshop. They want me to hit this? I don't think this is remotely doable. Yeah, this is rough. Do we want to give it a shot anyways? Let's give it a go. This one's a rough one. A roughie. We're gonna start Sparky on this Crusher. She'll chain the Spear Thrower, and I use a ram in case there is some traps. First graveyard here. This cannon and air defense are isolated chains, so we actually have to deal with that with like barbs. All right, now we can barrel. Next graveyard down. Okay, we have a really slow Sparky, but we did play the opening correctly. Our Sparky's healthy. Didn't use too much tanking. She wraps around, perfect. Larry's beat through the wall as well. To help tank, we have 11 Rams. Tesla's goes down to the Larry's. Ram like this to tank the Giant Cannon. We keep the Larry's alive for a little bit longer. Barb chip down the Giant Cannon. Ram continue tanking. Log Trap is all good. Ram opens the wall. Now we can barb the Blast Bow. So far, very clean. Let's see what's on the corners. We have a random Tesla there, but the main problem with this base has always been time. Just because there's so much random garbage on the outside that Sparky can't efficiently clear. But that's a really good chain, and that's a really good chain on the Tesla, and the Giant Cannon is insane. My Sparky's very healthy, and she has gotten some pretty lucky chains, I would say. At this point, the only thing that can really kill her is Zap Traps, and we just have to use our last barbs to try to save time. So what's the best way to save time? We have to kill this Tesla with a Ram Barb. Oh gosh. Like that. Another Ram in here. Alright, Tesla got Zap. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of Zaps. And I think we're good. We are good. I tried your strat bro. All my troops die at the start. Yeah, Clay Capital has a high learning curve, so if you want to pick up Sparky, you definitely have to go through a lot of failure. Sen, are you following the Lindsay Clunsey case? Is the Lindsay Clunsey case the girl that killed her 3 young toddlers? And like they're going for the insanity defense or something? I read something like that, but I'm not following it very closely. I don't even know why it's in the news. There's like... this might sound dark, but there's a lot of murders in the US, so it's hard for me to figure out which of them are newsworthy. We live in a war zone over here. You hear someone got shot, that might make the news in another country. That's like a Tuesday afternoon in the US. Alright, we go with this. We're going to try to pull the dragon out. Didn't she raise 1 mil through GoFundMe? Okay, I might be crazy for saying this, but isn't I thought the reason why like she's making the news is like she's attractive. Or I think it was something like that. Well, what's the rage again? I think something like this. Ah. Are you serious? Oh my god. Oh god. I should have frosted the Inferno. I'm a greedy man. Oh. Are you serious? Okay, yeah, this is cooked. I try to freeze the peak and not freeze the Inferno. So that would help me on the second attack, but then the Inferno Tower, it locked onto my Sparky even after the zap. That's so sad. I don't know if there's any chance. Should we even try? Let me see. You can barb here. Ooh, and the blast bow is like that. I don't think this is possible. Yeah, sometimes you get wrecked on double L. We're gonna pretend this one didn't happen. She genuinely looks like a man. I see. Let's Google her. I mean, I briefly read some news articles about the story, but I don't know how many people are actually invested in it. Like, I don't know if it's like those male serial killers that all the girls on TikTok are swooning over and are trying to petition for their freedom, even though that dude would absolutely murder her if he got the chance. We live in a crazy world. We live in a crazy world in 2026. Yeah, tons of TikTok women are defending her like she's female Jesus, and they are not convinced that she's a real culprit. The fact that the trail is based on mental stuff and she admitted her disorder or whatever, disease. I think you got cut off. My understanding is that the trial is not about whether she actually killed her kids, which there's a lot of evidence that says she did, but rather the fact that she like tried to get mental help and she was unsuccessful and ended up doing drastic things. The dumb summary of it all. Let's do an eye dragon. Let's do this. This base has to be a golem. Sen, she could be your girlfriend. If a girl is really hot, but she is a convicted murderer, is that a deal breaker for you guys, or do you guys take what you can get? Asking for a friend. Like, how hot would she have to be for you to overlook the fact that she killed a man or 3 kids? Alright, we killed the first Inferno without having to use a Zap or Frost. That's what I wanted. And then I'll use a Frost on the second Inferno. Blast Bow. She seems like your type of girl. I don't think so. I would respectfully disagree. I would prefer not getting murdered in my sleep. Wait, did she only kill her kids or did she kill other people? I don't even know the facts of the case that closely. Because serial killers isn't my thing. It's not my cup of tea. Like 8 out of 10? You would settle for 8 out of 10 if you might die the next morning? Frank, you gotta set your standards higher, man. How common are 8s out of 10s in your world, Frank? Only her 3 children. So what you're saying is she wouldn't kill me. That I am safe here. Let's pull the dragon. Ooh, also pulls a zap. That was a great barb. Those minions got a lot on the other side. Let's barb tank for Hog Rider. And then maybe that Hog Rider can get a spear as well. Golem went crazy here. He got both Infernos. He's going to pull a zap, and that Golem Death Bomb does absolutely nothing. I don't know how he didn't kill the Rapid Rocket. She had postpartum depression. Yeah, I think it was something like that, and it wasn't treated. So, people have a lot of mixed feelings about this case, even though it is pretty clear-cut. She tried to kill him and herself, right? Those women are believing in TikTok astrology, most of them making videos with their children and saying, "We understand you, Lizzie." Wait, are you serious? Is there a TikTok trend of mothers bashing their annoying kids? And saying girl, we get you, man. I'd kill them too. Cause if there is a TikTok trend like that, we can use that to weed out the undesirables from society. This might be a test for the rest of us. Cause that is crazy. I don't know why the average TikTok trend is so stupid. Have you guys seen I think it was called the Chase credit card trick or something, where people would just commit fraud and call it a life hack? They would start spending money on paychecks that didn't exist before the paycheck cleared. Man, TikTok is really where the dumbest people in our society go to congregate and devise terrible plans. She was assigned a psychiatrist. I see. But that's... Yeah, no, it actually was a sad case, all jokes aside. I don't want to sound too callous about the fact that she did absolutely kill 3 kids, which is crazy. And I do hope she gets life behind bars. All right, we'll use some barbs to try to kill this cannon. Or people giving random items in stores, basically stealing them. Wait, is that the new trend? Is that the new meta? I need to kill this Rapid Rocket. Ah, crap. So we can Eye Dragon. Man, this was a little bit sloppy. And I also have another Frost I didn't realize. Lol. Alright. I think we're good still, though. We got too much on the first hit. It just didn't end up mattering. I should have frosted the cart, though. I didn't see I had that. I'm a goober sometimes. Sam, would you unalive your children if you fail to peek? Well, you see, I have the plushie over there in order to channel my rage. I think if that woman had a plushie that she could beat on, this all wouldn't have happened. So we should start a movement. Everyone gets a... I don't even know what you call that. A Mr. Japanese Man plushie. You can take your rage out on it instead of your kids. That'll make this world a healthier place. It is just rage baiting to watch the whole drama with that case. Yeah, I mean, I can see how it's rage bait. But for me, that's just like it's a sad situation the whole way through. Because didn't she like fail to take herself out at the end? Sometimes this world is messed up. Which is why it's better to just dive into Clan Capital where you can forget your worries. Alright, did anyone else ping? Send 14. Alright, let's do send 18. I don't know why Leon pinged from 2 different accounts. We're just gonna do send 18. So we faced 3 2K Toxic clans in a row. One was CH9. Yeah. That's what we went through last week. Didn't you guys have a good week last week, though? So matchmaking comes in waves. Sometimes you get the good clans all in one week. Sometimes you get all the bad clans in a week. It do be like that sometimes. Alright, this base is rough. Like, real rough. What do you even do against this? The peak isn't a crazy wizard bomb. I think you have to, like, frost. It's an isolated chain. If we can kill the dragon, maybe there's a chance, but we're gonna have to see what we can get on the first hit. This is a hard base. Would you even play Capital Peak if you can stream it? I used to just grind a lot of Capital Peak to learn it, actually. It's like the only important district now when it comes to top global leaderboard pushing. Because if you're good at it, you can carry your clan. Otherwise, you'll lose a lot of attacks if you 3-shot every single one. Can you get the Blast in the peak? I think you can, but let's just get the Rocket Artillery Inferno Tower. Let's Barbs on the outside to clear trash. And the big challenge on this base is going to be not breaking into like the Inferno Tower compartment. Hopefully that doesn't. Well, that didn't work because of that Tesla. Alright, change of plans. We just go all in with the brakes. Rage into here. Man, this is the problem with this base. You get into this position where Sparky starts hitting the peak and there's like little you can do to stop her. Let's try to pull this dragon out at least. If we kill the dragon, maybe it's not the worst. Although it's going to be a really hard finish. Alright, that should be the dragon kill. But the competition seems really low as you only play against a number of clans who actually tried. The leaderboard is not changing at all. Yeah. Most people for Clan Capital who actually care about the game mode now mainly play Elo. Raid Weekend is pretty niche just because it's very repetitive. But the actual competitive balance for 2-shotting hard districts is pretty good. So people do like playing the competitive modes that kind of operate outside of Raid Weekend. How did your Jujubee match go? I haven't seen Spike yet, so we're not talking about it quite yet. I'm waiting for him to come around, and the stream will end, and the public execution will begin. But we lost. We lost. I'm just giving him some time to, you know, process what he's done before we put his feet to the flames. Alright, so we're going to start off with Frost here, Giant Sparky in front of the Spear Thrower. How miserably? We were right there. We basically had the win and we needed a 2-star on Capital Peak. And the rest was history. The rest was history. I didn't have any hits left. Q didn't have any hits left. It was all on Sir Spike. And let's just say the pressure got to him. He wasn't ready for the moment. Alright, let's try this. This is gonna be a hard finish. Like a real hard finish. Sen should burn an image of his Discord profile picture. Listen, we have to wait for him to arrive. He might need a couple of days to recover, though. He might only start coming back next week. Alright. Rage here. Alright, same Teslas on the other side, actually. Barb chip down this. 2 shots on the multi-mortar should kill... Oh wait, multi-mortar was low. What was that from? Maybe some bars from Rams? Okay, but the main problem here is we don't have minions. Oh, maybe I should have brought minions. Ouch. Those defensive troops are gonna do naughty things. Naughty things to old Sparky. Oh my god, it's a 750. The game since we haven't done push-ups today. You know what? It was close. It was close. That will be the perfect execution to all the hate between you two. We'll see what we have to do. He hasn't replied to me. His only disciple. Yeah, I think Spike went offline after his incident. After his incident, he apologized to the team and went dark. But that's not enough for us. We'll only be happy once we can fully cook him. Also, I just realized my camera is... Lol. Make that bigger. Classic Sen stream moment. All right. No 750, I'm pretty sure that was. You just zap the Rapid Rocket and zaps to stop Spear or Rocket Artillery hitting you. Someone should check on Spike. Yeah, I think he took it pretty hard. So I was nice to him immediately after the match. Although, once he comes back, there will be no mercy. It'll just be scorched earth. Sen, have you watched the GTA 6 hacker situation? Weren't there leaks for GTA 6 that ended up being, or at least showing that the game was not as good as it looked from the trailers? If that's all you're talking about, I don't know too much about it, but I do know that GTA 6 has been in development for God knows how long, and has basically nothing to show for it. And now my dog is crying. Could my day get any worse? Alright, so here we have slightly modified Wizard Valley, but this is a problem. This modification is absolutely a problem. Now my dog is crying outside. I don't know if you can hear him. He's back to being sad. "17 unique peak, sure." We bring an extra barrel, cut some rams, and oh my gosh, that's such a slow Sparky. This could be cooked. We'll see. Let's barb tank. The barb lets us delay the barrel so that it doesn't kill the cannon. Alright. If there's traps in the middle... Okay, good, there's no traps. Now my Sparky is a little bit more to the right than she normally is. Hopefully that doesn't mess with her pathing. We'll rage like this. Get some raged rams. Got a lot of Larrys. I think we can just kill the Inferno Tower like this, right? And then Sparky doesn't even have to go over there. We had so many Larrys. Oh wait. Larry's wrap back around? Oh shoot. Maybe that was not a good call. Barb chip down this Wizard Tower. We'll try to barb tank the Inferno. I think it is kind of low. And we'll have a zap in case it goes really wrong. Yeah, Sparky finishes from there. Ram tank, cannon, spear. Barb should get through that wall in time with those Larrys and kill the huts. We'll use our last ram to tank the spear throwers and Barb to go in after the hut on the far right to tank. Oh, what? Oh, shoot. Yeah, that wall is open. Think we're still good? Yeah, we're still good. There's a guy who is threatening to release the whole game. He even posted an image of him writing shoot in game. He definitely got the whole game, and at that point he's just blackmailing Rockstar. Listen, if Rockstar messes up the release of GTA 6, that would be like the most colossal corporate blunder in gaming history. Wasn't there the guy who got emailed a copy of Avatar movie? And like he just posted the whole thing raw on the internet because apparently his like email address was close to one of the internal game developer, not game developer, but like movie developers' email address, so they mistakenly sent it to him. I don't know how these multi-billion-dollar companies are committing these stupid blunders. Wait, why is that dragon so far from his post? Alright, let's try DC as well. Still have 2 hits left. Or do we want to try Wizard Valley? Or not Wizard Valley, Builder's Workshop. Oh no, you already took it. Alright, this could go wrong though. This could go very wrong. The guy will either get life sentence or he's already dead. I don't think you can get a big sentence for like... just because you committed a big financially catastrophic crime. Right? Like there's a bunch of fraudsters, like SBF in the US. I think he's getting 20 years. And that man operated on a scale of multi-billion. Someone getting mistakenly released GTA 6 or it got hacked. What is that? $1 billion at most? Nah, there's nothing that's gonna happen to him. And also PR-wise for GTA 6, I feel like... are people for or against Rockstar in this? I can't even tell. Oh my gosh, that is so unlucky. Oh gosh. A miner splitting to that hut is not good. Oh man, and one to the Inferno. Yeah, this is like the worst miner splits I've ever seen. And then skipping the spear. Oh my gosh. TikTok is flooded with this GTA leak stuff. I mean, considering how many times GTA 6 has delayed, I feel like people are, at this point, they don't have much sympathy for Rockstar. They built a lot of goodwill over the years with their GTA 5. But with like the way they try to monetize it on the back end, as well as all of the delays, I feel like most of the people supporting Rockstar no longer do. Also, yeah, this is cooked. This is so cooked. Yeah, that was a brutally unlucky DC one-shot attempt. It happens though. This ain't even a 750. Is it a 750? Oh god, it might be. I don't think it is with the Inferno. I don't think it quite is. We're gonna say it isn't, and we're gonna pretend like it isn't. Oh my god, it actually is. GTA Online still pulling millions of dollars per day, but isn't that mainly just Rockstar heavily monetizing their old GTA 5 game? Like, they haven't released anything new. They're just milking their current customers for everything they got. Alright, it's push-ups time. I can't cope this hard. That one's definitely 750 bonus gold. I cope, but I don't cope this hard. But seriously though, considering Rockstar is such a big game developer and they're spending so much money on the production for GTA 6, how has it taken this long? Have the leaks released anything that would suggest it took this long to actually create? Or have they just become like a big company that's over bloated and can't even do basic stuff anymore? Because I think that's what's happened to a lot of big game developers, like Supercell. I feel like half of the Supercell employees are just, especially the Clan Capital guy, half of them are just collecting paychecks on a repeat. Alright, this is a interesting base. How do you approach this? So this Inferno Tower is chainable on from the right side. So we want to enter from the right side with our Sparky to push into the peak. Frost on here to make our Wizard Bomb easier. Minions on this giant post. This is also CH9, so I think it's pretty straightforward. Also, where's the music? Oh, it's just, this song's just quiet. Let's turn it up a little bit. They're the biggest, so they can take even longer. There is no one like them. They are industry leading. Are they industry leading because they're so big now, or are they actually doing something special that would suggest this game deserves to take this long and have this many delays? I'll take a look, Leon, after. Oh, we got... Let's do this. Let's go in. Why is this song so quiet? Okay, let's now drop down Frost here. Minions here. Wait. Okay, I was about to say if like 3 of the minions went ahead and got them all blasted by the rocket artillery, I would have been mad. Name one company that dedicates everything to an open world game, basically a monopoly. MiHoYo? Isn't Genshin Impact open world? Or am I crazy? I don't think open world is that, you know, unusual in the industry now. Or do I not understand what they fundamentally do? Alright, we use the barbs to chip down the buildings on the sides. And I think I can actually just let Sparky beat through the wall. Let's go with that. Giant. Trickle in the rams. Alright, Sparky gets pulled a little bit, which actually gives her, I think, a better angle for the approach. I will chip down this cannon. That will send Sparky towards the Tesla after the rocket artillery. And I think that's better for pathing. I just want Sparky to path away from the peak. You saw in the last hit when Sparky was hitting the... Well, not last hit, but the last peak. Sparky was hitting the peak too early while she's getting hit by all the other defenses. So we want to have Sparky pull it away from the peak if possible. At this point, we can just drop down our rage finally and comfortably go in. Yeah, so I killed that last cannon with barbs. She'll get one big chain. He'll hit the blast bow. Very good first hit. Even one more hit on the peak. For the zap spell, we might as well just throw it on... We'll just throw it on the blast bow, although it doesn't really matter. Fast forward for that last barb, and we can just finish with the wizard bomb. Golem hit, I think? Yeah, Golem makes sense here. Because you can take this blast bow with your Golem, you can just get wizards freely on the peak. Three wizards should be enough. Aced Frost and a lot of barbs, because there is a lot of trash building, so you have to be careful with Golem. He can run into time issues, although I don't think that should be a big issue on this base. Let's have some rams. Let's go in. Yeah, we saw some other open worlds like Cyberpunk, big flops, but I meant for console and PC. Okay, so Cyberpunk was a flop on day one, because, you know, it was buggy in all sorts of ways. But didn't Cyberpunk, you know, fix its reputation by actually releasing good updates and over time kind of rebuilt trust. That kind of feels like what Rockstar is doing right now. They just keep delaying their game, and now with the leaks, it seems like the game isn't even that great. If they release it in a really bugged state, it will basically be Cyberpunk 2027 all over again. Alright, wizards get smoked by the peak. That's fine, we can barb down the blast bow afterwards. And there just isn't enough to kill the golem, and we should have plenty of time to kill all the trash buildings. Alright, chill finish. Let's move around my stuff. Some of it's. And then we'll have one more barb over here and one on this. Golem has plenty of time. I wish you could have your fast forward button at any moment. Like you could go into your settings and have your fast forward button turn on at the very first minute, but maybe that would screw over too many people who accidentally like hit something in the corner. Sen, has ever your life gotten so monotone you wanted to do something crazy? You know, I've never really encountered that, just because I never want to do anything crazy, period. Like, we used to go on vacations on winter breaks and summer breaks from school, but every time my favorite part about the vacation was just coming home. Like, dealing with not speaking the language, having to move luggage around and like drive around to all different places just to take pictures was never really my thing. I kind of just like the calm and quiet. It's what I thrive in. But if anything, what I would consider crazy might just be different from other people. Like for me, the big thing that I'm doing with my life is I want to make my manga, right? For other people, spending so much time on something that, you know, a lot of people won't care about, and takes so long to make a page that people can flip through in 5 seconds is something that most people couldn't do, right? So that would be something that's crazy for me, but it's not like adventurous in the same way that other people would use the word crazy. But what have you thought about? Like, what are you trying to do? You're asking me that question like you got something in mind. Alright, we can try this non-default. Is 15 rams good? I think so. These chains are very nice, but it's also very easy to mess up at the start, so we're gonna be a little bit more careful here. It's like wanting to change your life, not something crazy, I guess. For me, I can definitely feel like I'm getting a little jaded with my job, especially because my morning commute and evening commute is so bad. I literally have to commute 3 to 4 hours a day, and then work 10 hours, and then just come home and sleep from Monday to Thursdays. So for me, getting out of that mold wouldn't be like the worst. Oh my god, that's a lot of sad. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh, yeesh. Bro, they put every single zap out here. Blastmo hits my Sparky. Ouch. Something crazy would be like skydiving. I think that's what people mostly mean when they say, will you do something crazy? Like something you would never expect yourself to do. Like drawing is something I would expect myself to do, but it might be something that other people wouldn't. But skydiving though, like I know I wouldn't enjoy it just because I am really bad with heights. I'm better than I used to be. Like I used to not be able to ride roller coasters. Nowadays, like I can manage it. But I always get like a thought in my head when I'm high up that I'm gonna like splat on the ground and blow up like a tomato. I have an irrational fear of falling from the sky. Let's try to barb down the cannon spear over here. Oh man, I was so close to having this actually. No, it's a 750, darn it. Aw, that's tough. Wait, is it? Oh no. No. Alright, I'll answer some more questions once I finish the stupid push-ups, but darn you. You see, if that woman who ended up taking her kids out just had a Japanese plushie with her, she'd be fine. If she had this guy with her, she'd still be alive, her kids would be thriving. But we don't live in that world. We don't live in that world, unfortunately. What do you even do at work? Day drinking and smoking in the public park. You know, I always thought that cigarette smoking has declined in the recent years, and it probably has, according to statistics. But where I work, there's like 2 parks nearby. And whenever I'm on break, there's always so many people smoking at the parks, it's unbearable. Alright, we'll try this one as well. Hopefully this one goes better. These big defenses are out a little bit further, which is nice. We can minions this cannon. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. There's a spear. We're gonna actually haste a balloon then. It'll kill the cannon and probably the crusher as well. Sparky here. This, and all of this. Actually, wait a minute. You don't need a barrel when there's one inferno there. Let's do this. I wanted a job as a kid, but as a grown-up, I don't think job would be any different than going to college. One second. Let me first figure out these first deployments. We'll do a haste spell like this, barb here, giant, sparky, ram to tank. Do I have to wait for the spear to go down? I think I do. Yeah. We can barb to tank further. And those balloons should grab the cannon and then probably the crusher. Ah, crap, there's a trash hut that got skipped. These things always kill me. Oh, it is a Tesla. Alright, we're gonna trade the Tesla instead of the crusher, I guess. That's fine. Man, we have a slow Sparky. That's not good. That's a really slow Sparky. Alright, let's get a graveyard going for now. Ram here. Okay, that crusher actually has a Tesla behind it, which is good for me. Next graveyard down here. Minute 30 on the clock. That last crusher kind of sucks, but let's try to... The chip down on the crusher was so unlucky. The Tesla was distracting a Larry that died and then redirect on the Barb. Man, we gotta use a Barb for this hut too. I think 2 Barbs should be able to kill that crusher. Yep. Oh, if I didn't have the slowest Sparky, why? What is this Sparky speed? Come on. No. That is so sad. If we had a fast Sparky, this definitely works. How many pushes we gotta do? Simple question, how many Ray medals do you get? Around 1900. Ray medals have a hard cap. So after a certain point, you can't get any more in a week. The hard cap is like 1970. How many pushes is this already? Like 40? We're getting cooked. We're getting cooked. Not really. I just hate that even if I get paychecks from jobs, I wouldn't really have time to spend it. My internship in college is killing me. I mean, that's what being an adult ends up being. You gotta work for like 30 years, and then by the time you can actually enjoy all that money, you'll be old and decrepit. And hopefully you don't die in the next day. I actually heard a story from my grandma. My grandma is like a well-known degenerate at the supermarket. Like, instead of bringing her cane to the supermarket, she just steals one of the shopping carts and walks back to her home. So like she became famous for like crossing the street with no lights. But anyways, she like knew a lot of the people at the supermarket. And one of the people she knew was this old like janitor dude who's been working there for like 10 years. And then once he reached his 10-year mark, he could retire with like his retirement benefits, right? So he retired, and the day after he got home from retirement, he like passed away. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, my grandma has like so many stories. And we keep telling her not to cross the street with like a shopping cart. She always says it's not a problem. All the cars just stop for me like I'm a princess. And I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why they're stopping for an old granny with a shopping cart. They probably think you're senile. Crazy times. Alright, looks like they're not ready. I'm just gonna head over to Sen 18. They do that here all the time. If you lift the cart up, it breaks the security features on the cart. Yeah, so Asian supermarkets don't have any like crazy security features. You're gonna have to send an invite. Y'all stop paying me till you're ready. Let's try Sen 14. What is this? What is this clan? Civex Gaming. See what they got. This is just TK Peak. We do this, 2 of these. And I think this is it. But yeah, Asian supermarkets don't have any high high security features on their shopping carts. If you want to wheel one of those away for whatever reason, I don't think anyone's going to stop you, although that's pretty crazy to do. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just let my Sparky take way too much damage. That was not good. Hold on. Let's be careful. Alright, let's do this. This is very awkward. This is very awkward. Okay, this might be cooked actually. Wait. Wait. Punch that down. Eye Dragon, kill. Okay, we got the kill. Alright, good enough. That's all we needed. We just needed the Eye Dragon to kill the enemy super, but our deployment zone was real bad. We got a chain on the Crusher, which killed the Rapid Rocket. Sparky will start on the Crushers. And then I think we're still good. I used to... Ah, crap. Are we good? I knocked my cord again. Gosh darn it. I keep knocking my cord. Yeah, we're good. We are good. Hello, Mr. WLWL. Is that win-loss, win-loss? Do this. Frost over here. Where's Spark on a path after this? Okay, she goes in. That's good. Spear Thrower hits her, but that should be okay. Sen, did you ever dream of being a corporate slave? No one dreams to be that, but like you grow up and you realize that sometimes not everyone deserves to have their dream. Although I will say, I have big plans for my manga series, alright? You guys think it's a meme these days, but don't you worry. Once it takes off, I'll be out of my stupid 2-hour commute job. Just you wait. Alright, once we get the... air defenses, I think we'll be good to go. gosh, I hate you, iDragon. We have to barb here as well for... Wait, what is that cart doing? Wait, what is that cart doing? Oh my, what is he doing? Oh, the wall was open. What was he doing though? What the cart doing? Oh, ouch. Alright, we killed the giant. Oh, my Sparky is like on life support. But I don't think there's a zap back here, so I think we're okay. Why don't you write a light novel for it? I was thinking about it a long time ago, like what I wanted to do for it. And manga is definitely one of the hardest mediums just because it takes so long to make a page. But I don't think it works outside of a visual medium, so that's why we're doing it. Sen... Yo, too much crops, too much. Too much. 26 raid? Wait, why is everything like 17, 16 and there's just a 26? What the hell is this? What in God's name? Oh, you faced a real clan. That's sad. They even have the Balloon Skies banner. That's how you know they're a real clan. See if they have any non-defaults. This is not gonna be possible, I think. Wait, is this possible? This is bad. I think we can still try it though. We'll bring a giant for the middle. Actually, I don't know if you need a giant. Let's not bring a giant. What do you mean, hypothetical question? Crops, you know what that was. We have a limit around here. You don't cross the limit. Why don't you empty CC, currency, and treasury? Because the CC treasury doesn't do anything. It actually doesn't do anything. And this is an alt account, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright. Oh god. I had to use those barbs just cause Sparky went down for the spear. So I saw that Sparky could reach the spear, which usually means that she'll go towards the Inferno Tower after this spear, but then there was another spear here that Sparky gets pulled by, and I think that corrects her pathing. At least makes it good enough. But I don't know how she's gonna path into this giant cannon section. Oh my god. Well, now she's in the rage for this shot, even though that giant cannon's already low. But yeah, she took a weird angle. But we can zap down the Inferno Tower, because it's level 4. And I think we're looking good. Because after that, they moved some spears from here to the middle. Everything else should be default, and that should be a wrap. What's the genre for your manga? I'm doing mystery fantasy. The start of it is very slow, but I'm trying to get to like the good parts in about, you know, 2 more chapters. Top 10 rage. It was an okay rage, you know, it wasn't that bad. Sparky went into it on the Inferno. That's what matters, you know, that's what counts. That's what matters in the end. Is it more the only manga you'll publish, or is there another one? No, it's the only one, because A lot of people, they go into manga to try to like make any manga successful, but I'm going into this with the mindset of I'm only doing this because of the fact that I wanted to make a more, and it doesn't work in any other medium. So the only reason I learned how to draw was because of this. It wouldn't make sense for me to try to cancel this and make another series, you know? Is this possible? This hut is really bad because it chokes your deployment zone. But I think you can probably go with the standard dragon approach, right? Although this multi-cannon is very annoying. You might have to delay your dragon. We'll see. We'll do 2 barrels over top, 1 barrel for the Inferno Tower, dragon over... I think Sparky pathing will still be the same. But some of these buildings over here are definitely a problem. We might even have to bring an eye dragon. Let's try this. I mean, after finishing Immort, you'll release another manga. Well, I expect Immort to take decades. I don't think that far ahead. Like, I've thought ahead for what I want to do with the series, but I haven't thought about how I want to, you know, start another one afterwards. It might just be a one and done deal. Although I'm so slow at it right now that I'll probably eventually have to get like assistance. Because I take way too long. But I am getting faster at drawing, which is helpful. Alright, we have a slow Sparky, that's not good. That's a problem. Bomb was moved, but I don't think that affects me. Jump spell like this. So far, so good. I think we want to be a little bit earlier on this double barrel with that multi-cannon like that. I'm just gonna say we should be. My haste spell is a little bit off, so we can't dragon yet. We're not the expert on Balloon Lagoon dragon approach. Oh no. Oh my gosh, that crusher almost shot. That was like perfectly timed. But I think my dragon still goes towards that multi-cannon. Doesn't it? Okay. I had to YOLO it at that point. We were taking too much time. Yeah, we should have just gone earlier. What am I doing? Ouch. I thought the Larius would break out towards the multi-cannon. My dragon. Ugh. Man, it's gonna be close on time, but I think we have it. Because it's level 4, that saved quite a bit of time. Barb chip down the rocket artillery, GG. Can you explain how do you tell, please? What do you mean, how do I tell? What's the inspiration for manga? Well, what's the inspiration for anything, right? It depends on how you create stuff. I keep hitting my cord. Like what is natural for you. Like, how do you come up with ideas, right? I don't think it's that different from creating anything else. Maybe like a YouTube video or a book or anything. It all kind of follows the same creative process. So just do what works for you. That's probably the best way to approach it. All right. We're back online. Rest of these are defaults, so we'll just leave it to them. Sen 17 has been pinging for a while now. Let's go over there. The slow and fast Sparky. So people discovered this back in the day when there was like a goblin challenge in the home village. You had a single goblin to kill the base. People realized that in Clash of Clans, your troop retargeting speed varies. So, for example, I don't know if I'll be able to show it here because we're probably going to go Golem, but Golem also has slow and fast, so I can probably explain as well. So let's go Golem, bunch of these, Giant Eye Dragon, Alk Rider, and some more barbs for funneling. So you can see this barb, once he kills that trash building, he has to redirect to the next building. This is a very slow barb. He's taking like a full second before moving again. But let's see if the golem is different. So giants go back to their post. Let's drop down the golem. I think this is a fast golem. We'll see after he kills the giants how fast or how long it takes for him to start moving. Like, you can see he moves a lot faster after killing the giants than that barb did after those buildings. So that's random in Clash of Clans. It applies to all troops in all game modes. Normally in the home village, you'll never notice it because you have so many troops at all different levels of speed. So in the end, it usually just averages out. But in the clan capital, when you have a big troop like Golem that has to kill the entire base, you'll absolutely notice when there's a fast or slow golem. That's basically how it works. Like, Golem and Sparky are like the most infamous two units when it comes to speed dictating how successful they are. Which kind of sucks to have something so random that you have no control over. That can screw you over. But yeah, that is how it works. Alright, Golem took a pathing I didn't expect. But it looks okay. I think I can just let Golem chill for now. He'll just be killing trash for the rest of the attack, I think. And we can fast forward. He's on janitor duty now. Oh wait, does he kill the peak? He might. Is that a feature or a bug? I think it's a feature considering how long it's been in the game, and they've never changed it. It's one of the reasons why Clash of Clans is so unbottable. In other games, you have the bots that humans can't compete with. They're just better than the humans, but in Clash of Clans, with the way that troop pathing and retargeting speed is random, and you have so many troop combinations, base combinations, it's just such a hard game to bot. I think it might be the hardest game to bot out there. So how horribly would you be unalive if you became the MC of your manga? It might be pretty bad. You see, the start of my manga is designed to be like very chill slice of life. But slowly, you'll see how things fall apart. And it'll happen very suddenly at like chapter 5-ish, 6-ish. She might be the main character, but she is not spared from bad things happening to her. We'll put it that way. It becomes very not cutesy very fast. Let's drop down our frost here. And a second one here. Golem here, barb on the outside. We have some hog riders to try to kill the Inferno Tower on the flank. We can barb on the top side for trash clearing as well. We were at like 39% at the start, so time is something we have to consider. We did get the peak, which was very nice on the first hit. We can try to barb chip this stuff down as well. We only have one more barb, so I think we have to use that barb for trash clearing. And we can use that hog rider to help support. Giant King is about to do bad things to the hog riders. Let's barb up here. We'll have the last ram because there's usually a zap trap back there. Oh, I think the golem's gonna skip that blast bow. I don't know if that's a big issue, but I don't think I can kill it yet. Let's try to drop the hog rider right about now. It'll kill the multi-mortar. And because I think the golem will tank the spear thrower, the hog rider should be safe to move into the blast bow slowly but surely. Oh, it's gonna be close in the end. We have a slower golem than we did on the last attack. You can see it's taking a little bit longer to redirect to the next building. And that randomness is such a big deal on hard attacks like a golem peak 2 shot or a Sparky non-default. Sen is definitely into some gore stuff. Nah. So I'm releasing on a free platform for now. I'll probably keep it free for reading. But I might eventually try to find like a better hosting platform. My gosh, oh my gosh, Golem almost died. Oh my gosh, that was close. Alright, we take those. 9 bonus gold. Is this done to stop people from ghost attacking? Yeah, I don't know why they have so much randomness in the game. I don't know if it's to stop the bots, or if it's to, you know, add some variety in the game to spice things up. But I will say that whatever they're doing with the randomness is super extreme, and it makes botting this game impossible. You can do stuff like 10x miners and just 2 to 3 shot bases pretty successfully, but you can't really get a consistent 2-shot bot or even a 1-shot default layout bot, which should in theory just be the same deployments over and over, but even that's not so simple. No one has ever succeeded. Although let's not talk about botting too much, because I am actually an official creator technically, so I shouldn't be talking about non-terms of service stuff, but I'm just saying in general other games suffer from bots in the same way that Clash of Clans I don't think will in the foreseeable future. Let's go in. Sun 14. Ah, I keep knocking my cord. I'm an idiot. But yeah, this Sun 14 peak looks very simple. We just need to not smack our cord around. Alright, we're back. Alright, we're not touching the cord. I get like very antsy when I'm attacking in doing like a difficult attack, so I need to like fidget around, and it's so bad when I can't touch the cord. I don't know what's wrong with me. Alright, let's go with the Haste Sparky attack. Kill the stuff on the outside. This should be a very simple finish if we can just get the successful Haste Sparky. At least the Wi-Fi works. The wife works. That's a crazy misspelling. Frank, does your wife not work? What is defective about your wife? Get a longer cord? No, it's that I'm like knocking it over and it's like attached to my iPad now. And like I just keep fidgeting around the iPad, which is really dumb, admittedly, but I have to get used to it. Let's do a haste spell here. Wait for the giants to go down, and then we can start a Sparky. We'll have 2 giants to help support, because we gotta use the last giant for the dragon kill. On a base like this, you don't actually have to get very much on the first hit, but you want to clear all of like the junk on the outside. Obviously the top side we can't really do much about, but... Alright. I was thinking that there might be a Tesla there on the right and left, but looks like there isn't. Although I'm not sure if my giant would have pulled. Let's do this. So you can see I'm not breaking my Sparky into the base. I'm just doing a Sparky walk. And that's because you don't want Sparky to attack the peak. At least not directly attack the peak. So we're just shopping around the base. We can even zap this multi-mortar so we can actually just one-shot it. And now we can finally break ourselves in. We've basically gotten the value we want. And so we'll just use that for the wall break on the second attack. You can see now Sparky goes in. If we broke our Sparky in earlier, she wouldn't have gone nearly as much because she would have gone stuck on the peak, which has so much HP and no chains. Now that she's almost dead anyways and we've gotten everything we need, we're just good to break in for the second attack, open up deployment towards the peak, and then we can probably eye dragon now that the air bombs is going down. So this should be a wrap. You can golem, you can go another Sparky, but golem, if it works, it's the simpler version. Sen, how bad would you beat your significant other if she interrupted you during peak 2-shot? Listen, that's what we have the plushie for. To channel our rage. I don't recommend beating your significant other for any reason, though. There's no good reason to do it, and it probably won't do any good for you. Sen does not recommend. Sen does not recommend. Alright, let's go with this. Why is Sparky a she? People ask it a lot, but the main reason is just because Sparky came from Clash Royale, and according to Clash Royale lore, Sparky is called a she in like her card description. Also, most people will call their like ships and like cars a she, you know? I don't know why. I don't know why guys do that. They'll call their sedans a she. They'll call their ships like the Marianne. I have no idea. Maybe it has like some sexist origins about guys seeing women as objects. I couldn't tell you. But I just go off the Clash Royale lore. Can't you beat both the plushie and your significant other? You can, but I don't think that's FBI, check that guy's PC. Yeah, I don't think that would you know, solve any issues you're having. That would be my main concern with your approach. It's because women are amazing. Maybe that's it. Cars are amazing, ships are amazing. That's why we call the woman, well, the ship's woman, and call them she. It could also be that, like the pirates back in the day, they were like, they treated their ships as their significant other. You know, they were on voyages all the time, and it was just a bunch of dudes there, so it's not like they had a wife with them. Their ship was basically their life, their significant other. Whatever the case, Sparky is a she, and she's got a big blue booty on her back. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. How come everyone's getting defaults? Everyone but Balloon Skies. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Balloon Skies has great matchmaking this week. But yeah, this is almost full default. Is this possible? If you go... Man, this is ugly. I think no. Your Sparky gets pulled in a way that you can't recover from. Ships are traditionally called she because ancient sailors viewed vessels as nurturing, protective figures like mothers or goddesses that shielded them from the dangerous sea. That sounds mega AI, but we'll take it. Ship mommy, basically. So... But like our cars don't protect us from anything besides other cars. So why do we call the cars she, or is it just keeping that tradition of calling things that you ride on she? That sounds wrong. I don't know why. 10-14's done. Let's go to Sen 15 finally. Is Spike still slaving away at BS? Spike took paid leave for the next couple of months at Balloon Skies. It wasn't because he griefed in the tournament, it was like last week. So he's taking paid leave, and once he's back, he'll be paid $0 because he doesn't get paid. Balloon Skies is a good place to work. We have great benefits. This is annoying. I would love to kill the cart and giants if possible, so we'll bring an eye dragon. I think we want to split archers at the start. Balloon Skies is rated #1 places to work on official tier list websites. Yeah, probably just the tradition. But we pretty much call any mechanical tools a she. At least in American English. I don't know what it's like in other countries that speak English. Wouldn't it be gay to call a car a guy? What, because you're riding the car? Maybe the people who started calling ships a she were just afraid to be called gay. So they called them she's. They were closeted homos. And in order to preserve their fragile masculinity, they made sure that they called their ships like the Marianne or the Elizabeth or whatever they called them. Like the Titanic. Oh wait, Sparky's still in that rage? That's crazy. Alright, we bar chip down the other... Alright, we gotta hold the rest of these these rams, though, I think. We'll give one more shot to get the multi-cannon, and we're looking great. I think my Sparky just got zapped, too. But we want to try to kill the cart if we can. I think that would make our life a lot easier on the second attack. We already have the rage down, which is great. If we can even get the giants, that's even better. Sen's got 80 IDs. I have around 70, but I play around maybe 50 in a week. Maybe like 45, 40, 45 actually, more recently. All right, let's pull those giants in. Man, these giants are not cooperating. But I think we got them. Perfect. So we got both the giants. We got a rage down. We can frost the blast, but we didn't get the dragon, which is a little awkward. But think we might be okay. It's very tempting to start a Sparky into the rocket artilleries, but if you start your Sparky here, you're getting flanked by every single defense in the base. I think that's like such a hard position to defend against that I would rather start Sparky on this bomb tower where she's not getting hit by the cannon. She'll slowly work her way inside. We'll rage into this Inferno Tower, which will cover this rocket artillery as well. We can archer this rocket artillery, slowly work our way into the peak that's frosted with the blast bow, and I think that's a better approach. So yeah, we're gonna bring an archer for this right side rocket, and we'll kind of ignore the rage. It'll help the archers though. And my Eye Dragon can kill the enemy super as well as help on the peak, if we play it properly. Is 2 giants good? Probably. You don't need too many barbs when you've already killed the cart as well as the giants. You do need a few though. We do have a few. Yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna archer the right one, but I also don't like the angle that the current rage gives me, so we're just gonna start sparking on the outside. Barb will open up the deployment zone as well as check for any zap traps. And then we're good to go. You can see cannon is outside of range. Oh my gosh. Wait, what did my archer die to? Was there a bomb there? Oh gosh. There was a bomb, wasn't there? I already know it. Eye Dragon here. Oh my gosh, this is so close. Shoot. Please. My Eye Dragon is so low. Oh, there's a bomb there too. I don't have my game sounds on. Please, 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 please. No! Oh my god. You're not serious. What killed the archers? What killed them? Did they really put a bomb like right here? I didn't see what killed them. Bruh, who puts a bomb there? Oh my god. Oh no. Who would do such a thing? Darn it. Was not an easy base, but I think we slightly misplayed second hit. I don't know what we were supposed to do better though. We'll just leave it to them clean up. We'll have 2 hits. 2 hits for the last peak they want me to go for. 50 push-ups. Yeah, today's not as bad as some other days. We've been doing pretty well, to be honest. Alright, they pinged me for 720. I'm gonna say this isn't possible. This Inferno Tower is very, very, very nasty. You're gonna have to rage early. And then you have this other Inferno Tower to worry about. Alright, we'll try it still. We'll give it the old college try. Have a giant to tank the Inferno. We'll rage early. Have a bunch of barrels. This is a very hard base. Is Spike active in Balloon Skies? He put in some leave. He needs to be out for a couple months. I don't know what he's got going on. But it wasn't because of what he did yesterday. It was actually last week. Might have been what he did last week actually then. I don't know. So yeah, Kick and Spike are out of commission for now. And Rezi is here to save the day. Yeah, we had to let Sparky get hit by a lot of defenses, but this was the best try. Bruh, and the traps. Sometimes it's cooked. Yeah, this is so cooked. Oh. Darn it. This was probably okay with the traps unchanged, but yeah, they had to change the traps too. Rough. Rough one. All my Larrys in the middle got killed, and then defenses started hitting me from all angles. Your allergies are killing you? Yeah, what are you allergic to? This is like a weird time to run into allergies. Like, I have allergies in the spring. When it changes from winter to spring and there's pollen everywhere. You think pollen? Really? But haven't all the flowers like stopped blooming in your area? Or is that not what it's like? Like, my mom has issues with pollen and grass. So like whenever they cut the grass, it's a problem. But I only have problems with pollen. So like when the flowers are in full bloom on the trees, it's bad for me. Let's head back to Balloon Skies. Let's see what we got to do over there. Because I know we left on like a tournament-based clan. Hopefully there's not too much damage when I was away. Alright, everything's looking okay. Alright, so this is a tournament base, meaning that it is not expecting a minor attack, so we might just be able to straight up 10x this thing. Although it's a bit sinful to go 10x versus tournament bases. Instead, we'll go with a golem. Minor doesn't actually look that great. I got a throat infection right now. I was drinking a ton of Coke while having fever. Now I'm suffering. Ouch. I wouldn't drink too much soda if I was sick. I don't even drink that much soda even when I'm not sick. Like, I'll have a little bit at work sometimes. But every time I have a lot of sugar, it just messes with my body. I'm not a true-blooded American. I'm just a fraud. Ah, Barb. I want you to take that spear. Alright, whatever. You can freeze the Inferno Tower Blast Bow. Oh wait, the Eye Dragon lives. He'll get the Spear Thrower, actually. That's big.
You are everything I never knew I always wanted.
Let's zap the Inferno and the Dragon all at once.
I'm not even sure what that means exactly, but I think it has something to do with the rest of my life.
Alright, we got the air defense. We can use our last Eye Dragon to get cannons or Spear Thrower. We're not going to kill a dragon at this point. So we just use it for some cannons. And we're good. Sword Throw is the worst thing to wake up in the morning. What's the worst thing to wake up to in the morning? Sword Throat is up there for sure. Cause I don't know what it is during the night, but it feels like all the pain builds up while you're sleeping, and then once you wake up, the sore throat kind of kicks in. But what is the bad ones? Sore throat, fever honestly isn't that bad to wake up to. Probably pretty bad if you wake up to like your wife cheating on you. That might be pretty bad. I can think of a few things that are probably worse, yeah. But sore throat is for sure up there. I hope you get better. Alright, let's go another Golem. There's going to be a lot of Zap traps that we didn't pull in that first hit, but I think Golem finishes from here. Minor looks very sus when there's double bomb towers. We've killed most of the point defenses.
And the only thing in focus is you and this person.
But maybe Minor is still the play. We'll see. My tonsils are so bad, bro. I catch a cold so fast. I've been blessed in not getting very many diseases. Like, I had really bad sicknesses when I was a kid, and I think that just made my immune system strong. Like, I was throwing up all the time and had to take so many days off. It pays off to get sick while you're younger. even though it still sucks. Let's barf down this cannon. Are you serious? That dragon goes to like the one tile that's not... Oh wait, no, he goes back into the frost. Alright, we should be good. My mom always forced me to drink milk every day during my teenage years, but I always refused it. Glad I was brave enough to say no. I think my dad has some issues with like lactose intolerance, but I've always been fine with it. Although milk is kind of nasty. Just like the taste of milk has always been a little bit gross. We never bought cereal at my house either, so you had to like taste the full weight of the bacteria. Don't know why babies like that shit, but they do. Alright, we're good. There might be a zap in the backside, so we'll use a barb to help take it out. And yeah, this wasn't a max dragon clip, so it was a lot easier. I think I avoid dairy in my day-to-day life a lot too. Doesn't like a lot of bread products use dairy though? Like cake and stuff? Do you ever have cake? And just like a lot of things in general with pastries will have milk randomly in there. Alright, Balloon Lagoon. This looks somewhat Baijun, but not sure. What's the best approach for this kind of Balloon Lagoon? It's tempting to go Wizards. I think your Rams will hit pretty much any wall. But if you go Wizards, I don't see what else you're going. I guess you can go Wizards FA 3. Don't know what that approach is called actually. Let's go 3 Wizards, 3 Minor, freeze the Inferno, bunch of Hog Riders, some Rams, maybe even a bonus Wizard. Nothing wrong with a little bonus Wizard. And an Eye Dragon. It's going. It's Golemable from 6 o'clock. Golem looks a little sus here, but maybe. A lot of old bases can be golemed. This Frost isn't very great for the first attack, but I think it's very nice to have this for the second. Alright. Let's get the graveyards going now. And then we can do Hog, 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 Miners, Hog for Wizards. Another Hog. We get the Wizard Bomb and the Inferno Stun. Barb tank a little bit more. Where's my Miners actually? My Miners did not do great, huh? My Wizards did good though. Oh, do we get the Inferno? We do get the Inferno. Alright, I think that should be good enough. Cannons are low. You can probably just cart this finish. Frost backside. Can you even Sparky this? Sparky's a bad idea. Bring an eye dragon for this top side as well. Archer. Some barbs to kill that rocket artillery that's exposed. 4 carts. Frost on the backside, rocket artillery. Graveyards to tank. Maybe like a ram or 2. Use better giants. And like a hog. Alright, sounds like a plan. Yeah, this base does not look optimal in 2026. Triple P.E.K.K.A. Nah, this is Balloon Skies. We're serious around here. As serious as anyone is, at least. Bomb. Alright. Next graveyard in here. Wait, I forgot to Eye Dragon. Oops. Cart here. Barb to try sneaking to take out that Crusher. Last Barb. Oh crap, I forgot to bring more ram. I didn't see the walls were closed. Oh shoot. Chat, this is bad. We just got taken out by a 2022 base. Huh. Well, you know, sometimes bad things happen. Bad things happen to good people. We probably should just haste carded this. I don't want to talk about it. Let's go to the next base. We'll do pushes at the end. Okay, for Golden Quarry, this is low level, so that should be pretty simple. Barb Camp, I don't know why they have a random crap base. But they do. And for Golden Quarry, people just go with 5 miners. Which is not legal in ELO, but it's absolutely legal in the raid weekend. So what's the approach with 5 miners? It's like 5 miners, we'll need some rams. Maybe like just a couple of hogs. And yeah, this one's low level, so yeah. Let's do this. And we'll send 1 miner in the middle. Bro, how did all my miners group up and get hit by that bomb? Hog Rider here. You know what? This is a little bit sloppy, I'll admit. I still think this works though. So what fruit do you eat? Guava? I've never had guava. The only fruits that we have over here, at least that I buy from the supermarket, is oranges. The US is known for having oranges in California, so they're kind of cheap. And they're pretty good. But like whenever we have exotic fruits like dragon fruit or, you know, not the standard, it's usually pretty nasty in here in the States. I don't know what guava would taste like. A cold pear from the freezer with some salt in it is good. Do you salt your fruit? Isn't that kind of nasty? Like, the point of fruit is that they're sweet, not that they're salty. Alright, let's go back to GQ. We already pulled a zap in front of this blast bow. I think we just go with the same approach. And you can frost like everything left. Yeah, we're just gonna go same approach. Two miners top side, 3 bottom side. Frost on the 2 big defenses. You can also freeze the crusher, I think, yeah. So do that. Graveyard, graveyard. Get the train of rams going. 2 barbs in behind. 1, 2, 3. Hog. Miner. Hog, miner. Just try to stun some defenses with the gliders and it probably works. Oh, we lost the miner. Uh-oh. I think we're still fine. It's because it's low level. Here during winter, tangerine is just the dominant fruit. You know, my favorite fruit, even though the US doesn't have good ones, is pomegranates. My mom used to grow up in like a pomegranate farm. So like she would bring home pomegranates when she came back from China. Those were good. Those were the bomb. I never had dragon fruit. What's the taste? I feel like the only reason why dragon fruit is notable is because it looks pretty, like not because of it tasting good. The only people who eat it just like it because it's exotic and it makes them feel rich and powerful. But the taste itself is like, maybe, and maybe I just had bad ones, but it's like not very sweet, very seedy. And I think the ones that I had were actually sour. Using salt for your fruits is normal, sweet and sour goes nice. I've never tried it, maybe I should. I always have the fruits like raw, and like if it doesn't taste good, I just stick through the sourness of it. I'll do this. It's so bad and bland, yeah. It's either bland or it's sour. If you've never had dragon fruit, trust me, you're not missing out. The only people who like dragon fruits are like the people who are food connoisseurs and will like describe the rich taste that it has, even though it's non-existent. There's a reason why it's not a fruit that most people eat. Apart from it not being grown very, very often. It's weird for dragon fruits to taste like you would expect chalk to taste. Yeah, the only reason, like I said, that dragon fruits are even talked about is because they just look pretty. That's all. They look cool and they got a cool name, but other than that, if you had to eat a fruit to be your very last meal, I don't think anyone's choosing dragon fruit. Although I am complaining about how sour dragon fruits are, but also pomegranates sometimes are sour, and I still like the sour pomegranates. I don't know what it is about like the pomegranates, but It's so fun to peel away at the little seeds inside. Like in the summer, I'll just peel away at that thing for hours. Alright, looks like we're good. For me, bananas are GOAT. It's so consistent. I can see that. I don't know how people can mess up a banana. Like for farmers, it's very easy to grow your oranges wrong, but the banana is like starchy, right? So I've never had like a bad banana. That's a respectable choice. You know, this might be a hot take. This might be a hot take, but strawberries suck. Everyone loves strawberries, but I swear to God, 80% of strawberries I buy from the supermarket are so sour. I can't eat them. But they're such a popular fruit. I don't know how. What about durian? Oh my gosh. Is there any durian enjoyers? That is actually the worst fruit out there. My grandpa loves durians, and I swear his room smells so bad whenever he's eating them. People say durians are an acquired taste. And whenever someone has to say that a food is an acquired taste, that just means that it's shit. So that's what durians are. It looks bad, it smells bad, it is bad. Have goated jujubes. I don't know what fruit the jujube is, though. What's the jujube fruit? Do this. Bar for that spear throw on the flank. Chat, if you could have one last meal, what would it be? If you were on death row for, you know, murdering 20 people, what would you request as your last meal? For me, I might actually choose pomegranate. Like, just give me like a good pomegranate and I'll be good. I'll go to the next world a better man. Lychee juice is the best fruit juice for me. Wait, is it lychee or lychee? I think it might be lychee. I think lychee is a Chinese fruit. My mom used to buy those from the supermarket as well. It's kind of hard to mess those ones up. You should try guava with black salt and chilies mix. Does my local Chipotle have that? I feel like I only order just the standard sandwiches whenever I go to a Chipotle. Lychee is so goated. I haven't had it in a while. I don't know why, I just don't have very much fun peeling away at the lychees. Not as much fun as I do with the pomegranates. Not gonna lie, I wonder how American Dairy Queen milkshake tastes. I've never been to a Dairy Queen, although they're on the decline. No one is like going to Dairy Queens around me. Alright. We had a good weekend, so having a bad clan isn't the worst. This is a doable peak 2 shot, I'm aware, but I don't know how. I don't know how it's done. So we'll just try something random and we'll see. We shall see. 1, 2, 3. Something like this probably is okay. Yeah, I'll go something like this. What about apples and kiwi? Oh, this might be it. I might cause civil wars here, but apples are like the worst fruit ever. I don't know why apples are so common. We even have an apple tree in my backyard that we used to take apples from. But man, apples are not it. People say apple juice is better than apples. I don't think it's much different. Kiwis, kiwis is very dependent. A sweet kiwi is one of the best fruits for sure. Alright, we gotta zap that Tesla. Ouch. Well, at least the bar pulls away the rocket aggro. Alright, so far though, I don't think we're looking great. Let's do that. Wait, that was a wizard. Shoot. Oh, crap. That was not meant to be a wizard. Oh, that was, didn't realize there was also traps there. Alright, it's getting a little bit ugly now. Do we get the spear at least? Alright, we got the spear. Man, that Sparky's going around the world. This one wasn't happening. Apples can be good if it had juice in it while biting. Yeah. I don't know what it is about apples. It just tastes like, not even the taste, this is the texture. It feels like plastic when you're biting into an apple. And there's not much juice in it. I feel like fruits have to have juice. Like, one of the most goated fruits out there is the watermelon. And that's because it has juice, right? I could eat a full-ass watermelon in the summer. And I would not get sick of it. Although, after you eat enough watermelon, it starts to hurt your stomach. We'll do this. We'll just send a golem on janitor duty. I'm afraid you never tried a decent apple. Listen, how many decent apples are even out there? My mom buys so many apples, or at least she brings home a lot of apples from my grandparents' place. And none of them have ever been good. At a certain point, I'm not the problem anymore. It's the apples that's the problem. I've given the apple so many chances. It's let me down every single time. Eye drawing somehow kills Blaspo? Our Golem's about to get smoked by double Infernos, but it's okay. We're just gonna go for the 3-shot anyways. Chicken and watermelon? Yo, I'm not trying to be racist here, but watermelon is goated. It is goated. Yo, Sen, how's it going? It's going good. It's going good. We're just gonna 3-shot this beat because this one ain't doable if you haven't practiced it. But we're talking about fruits here. What's your favorite fruit, Hydra? And depending on your answer, that will dictate your standing in this stream. Like anyone who answers that durian is their favorite fruit, I'm sorry, but you will lose a lot of street credit around here. I don't make the rules. But if you say something like pomegranate or mangoes, we haven't talked about mangoes. Mangoes are awesome. Oranges are okay, bananas are respectable. There's a lot of fruits you can like. Apples aren't one of them, I'm afraid. Apples are not one of them. Mangoes during summer are so good with sucking the hell out of the seed. I have a hard time sucking on the seed, cause the seeds are like so big and hairy. Oh wait, I should say. Oh wait, I just realized. I was gonna say the seed is so big and hairy. Okay. But it just feels weird in my mouth, and like the fibers get between my teeth, so I don't really suck on them. But I'll scrape them a little bit with like a knife. Russ. Okay, has anyone tried like eating mangoes and they just get like a lot of like those fibers on your teeth, and it's so annoying to pick out. That's my one problem with mangoes. Other than that, I think they would be like a 10 out of 10 fruit once they're ripened. But you can't eat them from the supermarket like straight up. You have to wait a couple of days for them to get sweet. In Asia, mango varieties is unstoppable, yeah. That's why we get a lot of them, because there's so many at the Chinese supermarket. Chicken is goated too. I don't know anyone who hates it. It depends like what part of the chicken. Chicken breast is goated, but like some of the other parts, the chicken feet, I know there's people who eat chicken feet. It is pretty satanic, I'm not gonna lie. I love papaya melons and watery fruits. They have the best during the summer and good for post-workout. I can see that. I've not had papaya either, though. Builder's Workshop is default. Blue Lagoon is mod. We'll give it a go, but that looks very hard. I love raw papaya. Am I alone? Do you have to cook papaya? Wait, what? Aren't all fruits eaten raw? I think the only fruit that I know that people cook is like the date, right? And I don't really think that's a fruit, really. Alright, this is also mod. But it is, doesn't have this blast though. We'll give the Golden Core a try. Pineapple is really good. Pineapple depends. Pineapple depends. There's a lot of sour pineapples. But the pineapple is pretty cool, I won't lie. That's a cool choice. I ate chicken feet as a kid. It wasn't bad, it was annoying to chew though. I've never had chicken feet. I'm only judging based on the fact that it looks so unappealing. I remember when my dad bought chicken feet from the grocery store when I was a kid, like the whole thing looked like bloody and oh god. Some foods you just can't eat on the basis of it looking so unappetizing, and I feel like that's what chicken feet is. I'm not judging you if you eat stuff like that, but I am judging you. You know what I mean? There are some unspoken rules about culinary dishes, and the chicken feet is a line you don't want to cross. In Bangladesh, we use raw papaya and beef chicken. Okay. Let's do this. Um, hmm. Alright, dragon here. Oh, really? How did my Sparky get locked onto? What? That's crazy. At least the RA didn't lock. Guess it's still fine then. Dragon will take out the blast bow. Does it get the cannon actually? Oh, it gets the cannon. That's so good. That fixes my pathing. But now I don't have a giant, huh? I don't know if that's fine. Alright, we'll just do a bard to tank. Oh my gosh. Why did Sparky break through the wall? Why would you do such a thing? What? How did she even break through the wall with 2 chains? What? Huh. Maybe there's Larry's hitting it? Alright, we have 4... Let's barrel here before I forget. 4 rams. A bunch of barbs. This could be possible. Ram tank far away, blast bow. Next ram on the approach. Ooh, I let the spear lock. That's not great. Alright. Mortar's on Sparky, which is very good for me. All the Larrys got in the haste. Took care of a bomb. I think we're good. I think we played this pretty well, and we have such a fast Sparky. Look at how fast Sparky is retargeting to the next buildings. She'll kill this spear thrower, and there's like 0 delay. That is so broken on a non-default. Alright, we're good. Have you ever tried duck meat? I've had it a little. I didn't love duck meat though. If you've ever been to a Chinese grocery store, there's always like a section in the corner where they're like roasting duck. It's like this reddish brownish duck. And you can buy them for cheap. It's like when you go to like a Costco or a Sam's Club and they have rotisserie chicken. It's like the value deal to bring customers in. Instead of rotisserie chicken, we have those ducks. Although Mr. Duck might not want to hear that. Alright, we got Golden Corey. What about some other ones? Duck is good, man. Yeah, I just didn't have very much of it when I was a kid. I always had chicken as an option, and when you're a kid and you can choose between like a braised duck or a KFC fried chicken, like there's only one choice as a kid. You're not choosing the duck. Alright, this is going to be a hard attack, but we'll have to do double barrel, minor right side giant. You should try rabbit. I have not had rabbit either. When it comes to meat, I've had very few different kinds. And I have a problem with meats, like especially red meats. I know rabbit doesn't count, but a lot of porks and beefs that is popular in the US, like hamburgers and stuff, they give me migraines for some reason. So I pretty much only eat very lean meats. Send FGR food review. Oh crap, it's a level 4 Tesla. We didn't get the kill there. graveyard here. Oh, the next Tesla's also level 4. Ugh. Level 4 Tesla sucks because your Sparky doesn't one-shot it. And it does so much damage. Ow. Yeah, this one's not happening. Unfortunately. Non-defaults are hard. Can you say you hit the recommended daily protein intake of 0.7 g per pound? I don't even know how much I weigh. I haven't gone on a scale in so long. I would say probably not, though. When I was in high school, I used to be more health conscious and like try to bodybuild. Not like seriously bodybuild, but like try to consciously eat more protein. So during those times, I would eat like Greek yogurt and like protein bars to make up for the fact I didn't eat much outside of it. I would also eat like salmon and chicken a lot more than I do now. But nowadays, I don't think I eat my recommended amount of protein. Not even close if it's 0.7 g per pound. Jeez, that would be like... Wait, 0.7 g per pound would be like over 100 grams for me. That is way too much. Alright, let's try Skeleton Park. And I just realized we've been streaming a long time. I might just end on Skeleton Park. This might be a terrible idea. Cause my Skeleton Park is not up to par. I'll put it that way. It is not up to par. But we'll try it. Sen, you should control sugar and work on your jawline so that you can rizz up some... Oh, listen here. I don't recommend that. I think we got pretty unlucky here, right? Anyone who knows Skeleton Park knows that we just... Sometimes the luck doesn't favor you. And I think that's what happened here. Good talk, chat. Good talk. Glad we're on the same page about this one. Sometimes Skeleton Park is just unlucky. And there's really nothing you can do about it. So, so what I did wrong was I dropped my Sparky where I dropped my barrel, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to drop Sparky a little bit further in. You know, you live and you learn. Switched Pekka and Sparky place? Yeah, that was all intended. Just as God planned in the Bible. How do you mess up the beginning part of SPOS? That's the hard part for me. Alright, I might have to practice it more before I pull that again. Pull that off again. But yeah, I think we'll head off for now and answer some more food questions. I quit eating fish completely for now. Wait, why? Although fish can be smelly, if you like just cook it well, I feel like it gets rid of a lot of that, as well as it's pretty lean, it's good for you. A lot of people will criticize the fishy taste, but I think it's actually good. Please, before you die, try mutton biryani or chicken biryani. What's biryani? Is that an Indian food? Fish can be good in Western, but damn, over here it's just pure poison. Does India have bad fish? Doesn't India like... Wait, India's right above the Indian Ocean, so you guys have a lot of fish, don't you? Like a lot of seafood? In the United States, we usually have frozen fish in bags that you can cook, or you can even buy like there's like a fish section, seafood section, if you're in a coastal supermarket. Biryani is heaven. Okay. Biryani is Bangladeshi, Pakistani, Indian, Sri Lankan food. Is it like a cooking style, or is it an actual kind of food? Like in China, there's like some provinces that are more known for cooking, so you would like say, for example, like I come from Hunan, which is known for cooking. So you would say like, it's a Hunan dish. Is that what biryani is? Like a style of cooking? Representative of an area? My father cooks a straight up pond with algae. That's a crazy way to describe a seafood dish. Oh no. I can just imagine him just going to the local lake, taking a big old ladle, scooping it up, putting it in a pot, and start cooking. Turn on the fire with some matchsticks, let's go. It's mixed rice and mutton or chicken or beef. I mean, I've had so much stir fry in my life. In Chinese cuisine, like if you don't finish your food that night, you'll like leave it. You'll like leave it out for the night, and then in the morning you'll make a stir fry dish out of all the leftovers from dinner. So like, I feel like it would be kind of similar to that. Nah, you're laughing, but if I show you the image, you will say the same. Is there actually a lot of algae in Indian Oceans? I thought the US was bad about polluting, but is India pretty bad as well? Oh, well, yeah, no, India's kind of famous for that. I'm dumb. I live in coastal side, so my mom cooks good fish dishes. Hope. I feel like if you live near the coast, seafood is going to be part of your diet. So like I live in the east coast of the US. Where I live is very famous for having like blue crabs. Even though we don't have much crab, but it has a lot of other fish there as well. And so if you don't eat fish, it's like, what are you doing? Bruh, Chinese food is not even close to Indian packed food. I don't even disrespect Chinese. No, I mean like I've had a lot of stir fry, so it sounds kind of similar to that. The biryani with the rice and mutton mix. Although I will say, listen, China is like the progenitor of a lot of dishes. A lot of Russian dishes, a lot of Indian dishes, Japanese, Korean. With like the rice style, it came from us. You guys stole from us and made your own. How dare the student come to the teacher like that with disrespect. Crabs are goated, but not much meat for me to be happy. That's my problem with them as well. A lot of people around me, they look down on me for not being able to crack open crabs and eat at like a crab house. I prefer like those little containers with like the already peeled crab, even though everyone says it's not fresh and it's not good. I just can't eat the restaurant crabs and spend 20 minutes for 5 grams of protein. I had Chinese fusion food. I don't know. Is Szechuan? I think it's spelled differently. I think it's Sechuan Sichuan rice. Yeah, that would be considered Chinese. That's like one of the areas. Wait, why is Crops saying I like Chinese food getting censored? Is YouTube secretly racist? But yeah, we're not hitting peaks for now. We'll be back next stream for them. Chinese food is goated. Although actual traditional Chinese food I can't eat very much of. Like, it's very spicy and some of the meats are very weird. If I went back to China, there's definitely some foods that I would really like to eat. Like, tofu is really good in China. If you've ever had tofu in, like, the US, a lot of people think it's gross because we don't have good tofu in our supermarkets. But it's made in China, so there's, like, villages that have tofu stalls that are, like, freshly made, are really good. 99% of humanity could never even imagine the taste of a durian or jackfruit. Listen, I got curious once about the durian. I was like, you know what? This looks like shit. It smells like shit. But maybe it tastes good. It doesn't taste good. It tastes like shit too. It's the trifecta. Never mind, I forgot Asians are 25% of Earth population. Nah, it's just China and India are combined like 33% or something. It's up there. Can you 3-shot Wizard Valley? Oh yeah, no, you can 2-shot it. I would recommend not 3-shotting though. Nepali mala root with chutney is good. Yeah, I'm too uncultured about other cultures' cuisine to really comment on that. I caught a 22 kg fish last month. What kind of fish was it? Was it like a marlin? That's massive. I haven't gone fishing in so long. I used to go fishing with my dad, and I would like play DS in the car while like the fishing rods were going. Those were the days. But we never really made many of the fish. We would like catch the fish and then just release them. It's called katla. I don't know in English. A lot of foods don't translate well because they're like names. What is American food like? Like, what would you recommend to someone? The thing with American food is that it doesn't really have an identity. American food is basically other people from around the world coming in and making their own food here. The only culturally relevant American foods are like hot dogs. Hot dogs and pizzas. Pizzas isn't even ours. So basically just hot dogs and hamburgers. The PF member in me wrote that? Yeah. Freudian PF slip. But I don't know. Like, we have good restaurants of other countries' cuisine, but we don't really have our own good restaurants. I would have to recommend you, like, American McDonald's or something. Okay, you know what? Our In-N-Out is goated. American fast food is pretty well known. If you ever come to the States and you're near an In-N-Out, definitely go to one of those. You'll be surprised at how big our McDonald's burgers are. Well, maybe not nowadays when they're trying to save costs. The way the US cooks their pizzas is very different from Italian pizza. Yeah, it is different. Man, talking about pizza makes me hungry for pizza. I used to have a lot of pizza when I was a kid. Our school lunches in elementary school is basically pizza. It's like pizza or chicken nuggets. And I always chose the pizza. One of my friend's surname is Newer. Huh. I'm just bored with eating rice for now, so I definitely want to explore more cultural foods. There's a lot of cultures that have rice, but then they'll do different stuff with the rice. Is what I've noticed. Like if you go to, I don't know, even like Mexico, they have a lot of rice there. It's just an easy crop to grow, I think. It's all around the world. Burger, meanwhile, Panda Puri. Listen, if you want to have a real burger, you got to come to the States. That's the one thing that we hang high. Oh, barbecue. Barbecue is what the US is known for. That is like the quintessential traditional American food. Although I don't think I've ever had barbecue myself. If you live near the ocean, most fish prices are 10 to 20 times less expensive than they sell in stores globally. That's what I mean. If you are near a coastal area, then you will have seafood in your diet unless you're like allergic or you have some religion against it. He's from India. He lives nearby. I don't know what he eats as Newari food. Maybe during occasions. I see. I don't think food varies a lot by US location as it does in some other countries. If you go into India or China, which are big countries, you go to different areas, they're known for different foods. In the US, we don't really have that. We just have the same foods all over. Like, the more coastal areas has more seafood in its diet, but our areas are pretty monotone. Like, we all have the same burgers, no matter where you go. All of our food is now controlled by like one company called Cisco. All taste the same. How good is salmon? Salmon is goated. Salmon is definitely the best fish. At least for me. It's got good protein, it's got good nutrients, and it tastes great. Iran. If you ever have the chance to get salmon, definitely get it. I was always apprehensive about it because it's like pink. And what is a pink fish? Like, what the hell is that? But it's good. It's really good. Very oily though. You want to try fish and chips so badly? Yo. Going to England or the UK as a foodie is gotta be one of the 7 sins of Gordon Ramsay. I don't even think Gordon Ramsay would recommend that, and he lives there. How do Saudi people digest fat? They eat fat like rice? I don't know what you're saying. But if you want to know what Saudi people eat, you can go to Sushi. He's not Japanese, he's from Saudi Arabia. He's got a fleet of camels that he feeds. I don't know what he eats himself. Hopefully not the camels. I love Indian paratha. They make it so good. Near the coast, they sell dried seaweed by pounds, and in Walmart, you pay $1 to $2 per like 5 grams. Damn. Really? In the US, there's a lot of like seaweed snacks. So like they're like dried sheets of seaweed that are salted. I don't think those are hard to preserve, so they probably cost the same amount. I don't eat very much seaweed though. They eat camel, it's so fatty. Really? I thought they used like the camel for milk and riding. I didn't know they ate them. But yeah, good chat, boys. I'll be heading out for now. This is like a 3-hour long stream. It was a long stream. We got a lot done. One bad raid, but the rest of this weekend has been very good. And we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a couple of raids done off stream. And we'll be back for tomorrow's stream. Take care, gents. I'll see you there.